Hello, and welcome to Aligned and Soulful Success, where I dive into topics empowering empaths, sensitives, and conscious soul to achieve their opulent success without the hustle. So, you may have noticed that there's no intro, and I just thought I'd try this. So, if you are a regular listener or even just a new listener, I'd love to hear from you. Respond, use the show notes to contact me and let me know if you prefer this in this format. I'm just testing it out, right? Okay, so today I am going to talk about why you are exhausted, part two. Last week I discussed some of the why you're exhausted, trying to do too much, do it on your own. And if that is something you haven't listened to yet, then go back to episode from last week and start there. But if you're not in the mood and you want to just keep listening here, just keep listening because this is part two of the series of why you are so exhausted. So today's episode is diving into needing rest. I know, okay, you might decide, oh, needing rest, come on, right? Well, hear me out. I'm talking about overall, not just resting your body, I'm talking about resting your mind and even resting your energetic body, your spirit, right? And so the sense of exhaustion that you may be feeling is related to everything that's been happening, trying to do things. I hear that the fear of missing out and trying to catch up. And if you're an empath, you know that you can, if you allow it to happen, kind of take in the energy of those around you. So if people are in that frenzied energy trying to catch up to what they missed out on the last few years, then even though you may not be doing that, there's a sense of feeling that energy as well. So then, how can you rest your mind, rest your body, and rest your whole entire being, right? That may be contributing to being tired. So, how do you know if it's just not your body being tired? Well, if you have a full night of sleep and still wake up not feeling rested, first make sure there's no physical challenge going on. Maybe there's some other health challenge. But putting that aside, if there is no actual health challenge going on, then what is it that is restful for you? We have to make conscious effort in this time to rest because we are constantly being bombarded by stimuli, right? It's coming from everywhere all the time. And even, I notice that sometimes I can get to the point where I have to kind of multitask because that's like how my brain has been working and doing things quickly, and it's hard to down regulate and it's hard to rest. Okay, so if I tell you right now, if you've been in that kind of mode of doing, getting things done, and then it's time to rest and meditate, that might be too difficult. Okay, so it's kind of like, think of it as a bridge, right? So you're going to walk this bridge, but the bridge is going downward and your nervous system is calming down and you're calming down and you're going to be more grounded and present with yourself. Okay. And so to do that, it's necessary to meet your energy where you are at, and then use that to bring yourself down, bring that nervous system down, not bring you down. Okay. So for instance, if been in that frenzy and now you want to sit down, it might be very difficult. So what are some things that you enjoy doing that involve movement? Okay. So that's why if you are good at you like mind body exercise like Pilates or yoga, that's a good practice to help you start to calm your body down. You can do a few yoga poses if you practice yoga or are familiar with yoga. Just doing some active downward dogs, um, maybe some warrior poses, just to get that focus on what you're doing. And then eventually you can do some of the more calming poses like child's pose, legs up the wall pose, lots of things like that to help you actively calm down. And then doing some work on the mind, right? So the mind, that work can be through writing, through meditation. And so when you do that, when you work on the body, calming the body, then the mind, and then, the subconscious mind can speaks to you and also tells you what you need through your dreams, right? And so keeping track of your dreams and looking at those. So these are just some of the ways that you can start to bring yourself back to yourself. You can also spend time outside, spend time laughing, doing creative pursuits. What are some things that you like doing? The more you can use your body, kind of like that tactile feeling of maybe even, the finger painting comes to mind, where you're actually using your body to be here and present, right? So that's like that kind of mindfulness feeling. And then when you have that, you can feel more rested. The days when I am paying attention to myself, more mindful, and that I meditate, those are the days that I sleep better as well. Okay. And so, what is it that you need? So, I gave you a lot of options today. I want you to start to think about how you've been functioning. How have you been functioning right now in the world? Have you been moving very quickly and just doing things? Have you been around people that are in that frenzied energy? I want you to really think about that and then check in with yourself. What is it that I need to start to really rejuvenate? So, resting is not just sleeping or sitting down. Rejuvenating is kind of like feeding your mind, body, and soul. So, what feeds you? Is it reading? Is it spending one on one time with friends? Is it creativity? What are those things that are just there to feed you? So I'm going to encourage you to do that, especially if you are feeling tired and exhausted. Most likely it's because of a disconnection to your body, disconnection to your mind and your spirit. And so what I'm asking you to do is reconnect with yourself. And then with that awareness, you can function in a way that is in alignment with you. All right? So get to it. Pick something. Start. Move towards reconnecting with yourself. This is a wonderful time of year to do that, and it can get you ready for the year ahead so you can consciously create the life you want and live your purpose. Until next week, take good care. Bye.